as you get older, you lose. I'm telling you, I lost the ability to control the
volume of
the volume and the intensity of my sneezes, dude.
Really?
I used to make fun of my dad all the time, and now I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. I don't think science could explain it.
Sarah thinks my sneezes are
my God.
incredibly loud.
They are so terrifying.
Your sneezes were loud like at our old job, dude. Like I can't imagine. You know, it's been a few years since I've worked.
Okay,
so you
know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. He'd chew, and then eventually when we became comfortable, he's like, "Shut up, Marvin."
It's terrifying. It scares me.
Well, Sarah, whenever Sarah hiccups, she goes, and then you're like, oh my God. That's like Sarah's hiccups. And I'm like, oh my God, that's
once in a blue moon. But your sneezes are so scary and so sudden.
Wait, do you get
so
like
loud.
those singular gigantic hiccups that only happen once?
It depends.
Okay.
Like once or twice.
Because that still happens to me on occasion.
He goes, yeah, you
That's
do.
happened in a
I
really
do
long
notice that
time.
sometimes. Yeah. That's life. It's life. Getting older, all of us.
Making
I hope we're
more
all dead
involuntary
soon.
noises.
Oh, sorry, I said that out loud. I mean, us as humans, we've had a good run, and we can't control each other.
It wasn't even a great run. It was a pretty messy bad run.
Look, I was trying to give us
a shitty run.
It was a shitty run, dude.
If our run was graded like a speed run would be graded, it would just be like, this is terrible. It's so unoptimized.
But did you learn anything?
No. Humans definitely have learned nothing.
Sarah, we were fighting in the desert 2,000
enough.
years ago, and we're going to be fighting it until we die. We've learned nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
If there's any takeaway from Oppenheimer, it's that we've learned nothing and continue to learn nothing.
Also, look, Oppenheimer conversations for another day, but we learned so many things, like that we don't learn things, and we trust geniuses that we think like, oh, this guy's got it figured out. They don't have it figured out. They're fucking everybody. They're having affairs. They're out of control, dude. And that's why I love it, because it's very apropos to what's happening now. We're
this
like,
guy,
Zuckerberg's got it. He'll figure. No, he's a fucking asshole. Fuck. Okay. This Tesla guy, he's making good cars. He's gonna figure it. No, fuck, he's an asshole. Like, stop trusting smart dudes. They're assholes.
The trick is to never.
Smart.
It's just
either.
to never.
Well, Oppenheimer was pretty smart. I think if you figured out how to split the atom, I think you're pretty smart.
To be fair,
was he just a good manager?
Yeah, no, he's a good manager. That's what we learned, is that he's a great manager.
To be fair, it wasn't really him that did it. It was his team that he hired that did it. And he was a good
but dude,
leader.
he was the I was gonna say Nicholas Sparks. What am I thinking of?
Nick Fury.
The Avengers guy. The Avengers guy.
Nick Fury.
Yeah, he was the Nick
Fury. Yes.
Nicholas Sparks is his half cousin.
Yeah. That is just, he's in charge of a bunch of novelists, and they're the best novelists in the cosmic universe.
Oh man, like one of the novelists is trying to come up with a term. He's like, a tale of what? A tale of what? And someone walks in and goes, 2 cities.
Twain cities?
It was the best of times, and it was, what could it be? The best of times, the
better
worst
of times,
of times.
the better of times.
Not as the best of times.
It was the
that sounds stupid.
The non-optimal times.
The less than ideal times.
Well, speaking of less than ideal, we watched A Matter of Time this week.
What an annoying man.
I'm curious right off the bat. Like, what do you guys think of the episode?
I hated this episode so much.
Oh,
and
man,
then it got
I'm right
to the
there
end,
with you.
and then it got to the end, and I'm like, oh my God, you guys are so like me, dude. I fucking love this. I knew there was something fishy about him all along, right?
That's why it's not that interesting an ending to me, because it's like he's clearly an asshole from the beginning, and it's not like his agenda is that clearly hidden, you know? So I didn't think of the twist as like, oh my God, that like recontextualized everything. It's like, no. I think
if they would have given us a little more of like, oh, he's actually really smart, and like, because they say he's a tinkerer, you know, like he's like a. If he had been more smart about things and being more curious about things, like, oh, like Also, this dude's from the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he should have been like, "Oh man, that's crazy," and then like just turning it around, like, "Oh wow, okay, so you guys are like transporting each other. Oh, it's crazy." And then like, well, how we're doing it, just how they used to do it was just cars, but in the future it's different.
Yeah, I think they kind of allude to that where he does.
I know he does, but like,
Yeah,
his stupid questions are very dumb, and like, he's just a stupid crook.
Like,
I don't like
by the end of it, I'm a little confused as to how much of the record from the future he studied to make it back, or ostensibly make it back. To like present day.
Yeah,
like how much did he bone up on before he started this con?
Yeah,
I don't know. I assume he like read stuff from that 26th century guy, and that might be why.
Yeah.
Oh, I assumed he didn't. He was just.
No, he thought he was just bullshitting his entire time.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he was bullshitting the entire time.
He knew too many things. He knew too many things.
Well, he knew exactly where to go to Picard, and he knew Picard's name, and he knew all their names.
He knew about Data. He wasn't surprised by what the fuck cyborgs. What the? Like, he wasn't.
He started with some knowledge, which
so
makes
he read
me
something.
Like, yeah. What do you know, really?
Yeah. Even the greatest conman couldn't have just rolled
with those punches that much. Yeah, exactly. That's a little difficult. Yeah.
Whoa, what's with your forehead, bro? Like that would have slipped out. Like he clearly had
he didn't know the most simplest. The visor. What's the thing on your face called?
Yeah, but
that's true. Yeah.
That's a
little consistent, isn't it?
But it's something that could work in the past and the future. Like in the future, like there could be no ailments. Like if you're born without a hand, they'll just reconstruct you one. You know what I mean? Like so they could have played that off. Like, oh yeah, in the future, like there are no prosthetic limbs.
But as a historian, he should have been aware that it's like if we weren't aware of glasses. Like
he should have known it was.
But if he was playing from the future, he could have just been like, "Oh, no one wears glasses in the future." Like eyesight.
But as a historian, he should be aware glasses.
Yeah, I guess so. But he's also.
You want to know what a great plan would have been? He probably, with as much knowledge as he has about the crew and everything, he probably had heard about what a replicator is.
Yeah, that's all he needed, really.
Yeah.
There's a lot you could do with replicators,
just
even if only to just get the stuff he likes or wants from there.
Just take back what's it called? The danger room. What's it called?
The danger room.
Yeah,
yes. the fantasy
deck.
Yeah,
the holodeck.
The holodeck. If he would have taken
the holodeck,
a little, because are there portable ones, like little ones that fit in like shuttle?
It's like a whole like system built.
If he had one of those, dude, he could just charge for sex fantasies.
Yeah, he would just become a pimp, a digital pimp in the future.
He would be a
like
sex
Mouse in
worker,
the Matrix,
a facilitator of sex work, dude. Let's class it up, dude.
Yeah, this guy was just annoying as fuck.
Yeah,
to me.
I knew as soon as I watched this episode, I knew this was going to be a very short episode. I mean, the actual podcast was going to be a very short.
Can you tell that his character was originally written for a particular actor?
Yeah.
Who was it supposed to be?
Yes.
Louis Gossett Jr.?
Close. Very close.
Was it supposed to be Q?
No, it was supposed to be for Robin Williams.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was actually interested for a while, but then they got into scheduling conflicts because he had to go film Hook.
I feel like
it's the other way around. So what happened was he actually had finished Hook and he was tired and his wife was 8.5 months pregnant. So they were
right. Okay. Yeah. You know what? Never mind.
So then he was like, I just don't want to, my wife's pregnant. I have other priorities. And he just bailed.
That's the right choice.
Yeah. I mean, I respect
think
that
he would have made it good. I think he would have made it good. Like,
it's fine.
His being annoying could have worked with his crazy manic kind of.
But that's not really even like the functional problem.
You know who they should have hired, dude? Who they should have hired instead of this guy? Instead of the guy from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, they should have hired. By the way, he's a neighbor, the annoying neighbor.
You're right. I didn't realize that. Yeah, that's true. It's true.
They should have hired
annoying neighbor from what?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the dad, was it this guy?
Yeah.
It was Matt Frewer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It is indeed Matt Frewer. Yeah.
They should have hired the dude who plays the Vern guy. Hey, Vern. Ernest.
Jim Varney?
Yeah.
It's fucking Jim Varney just going around.
Yeah.
Oh, I would enjoy that.
That would have been great. Oh, man. Jim Varney goes through time That's the name of the episode.
Yeah,
it's way more fun.
Ernest goes to Star Trek. That's the name of the episode.
It's way more fun when it's a fascinated bumpkin instead of some, smarmy know-it-all.
That's why that's why in the season 1 finale, when the people got unfrozen, the best guy was the Southern dude that just wanted to play music and be drunk.
Exactly. Like he fit right in with the future. It's like, wait a minute, we could just like do whatever we want. That's great.
He's the only one who had zero complaints. He was just like, this is great. Man, what are you guys complaining about? There's free booze everywhere. People forgot my music, so it'll be new again. Oh, man, this is fucking great.
I get to go tour with a robot pal.
Oh, man, yeah.
The thought I had the other day, speaking of Southern dudes, is that I had this thought. Like, I saw a video. It was this white dude, and he was from a particular Southern state. Mm-hmm. And he was telling another person to speak English, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And this particular person had the thickest Southern accent. And I want to go like, how about you speak English? Like, how about you speak English without a fucking accent? Like every normal human being on the North America. And stop talking like fucking Foghorn Leghorn. To
be fair, that accent is in every small town across the entire country, regardless of state.
It's not really the Southern accent. It's
fucking
the American
Bakersfield
accent.
has that accent.
But that's not. But it's like a made up thing. How could
the
Southern accent be everywhere? Because it's everywhere, dude. It could be in Alaska. Yeah. It could be in Florida.
We went to a vet hospital in Lancaster.
And Santa Clarita, California.
Yeah, the moment we entered Lancaster, it was just like country music everywhere. Even on the TV, it was just country music blasting in the vet hospital. And everyone had a Southern twang. And I was like, oh, wow.
Well, you'll find it out. You'll find it out in Southern California, in like Norco or
yeah.
It's definitely a horse town.
Norco's fucking a horse town. Yeah.
So this is a made up thing, dude. I'm convinced it's like a trendy thing. Like someone grows up and they're like, dude,
they're just trendy.
Yeah, they're like fucking cowboy hipsters, dude. Just with their fucking Southern accents, dude. Like because it can't be a thing that like. It can't be like, oh, well, this guy, because his family was from the South, and then they moved to Latin. Like, dude, they're everywhere, dude. This is a fucking act, dude. This is like Bob Dylan is a goddamn hipster, dude. We got to find the original. But by the way, if you kill Bob Dylan, all the hipsters become normal. Like it's like a vampire thing.
Oh, it doesn't even kill them.
How'd we end up here?
Sorry. There's got to be it's not Garth Brooks because he's very progressive. Somebody else, dude. That's like the original like Southern
Colonel
guy.
Sanders,
Probably, dude. KFC, to be honest,
but he's dead. Yeah. But he was. Yeah. But he died from natural causes. He wasn't killed.
Is he? Or is he hanging out with Tupac?
Probably.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Jim Varney. This part would have killed it, dude.
Oh yeah, that would have been so enjoyable, actually.
I actually know Matt Frewer better, like as a voice, because apparently he was Panic, the skinny demon from the Hercules movie.
Oh, okay.
And he was also the man who killed Batman, allegedly, in an episode with that title. He was Sid the Squid in that episode.
Oh, okay, that's fun. All right. Well.
And for what it's worth, I thought sometimes he was trying to like be a bit like a Jim Carrey type at times. And it turns out that he played a cartoon version of Lloyd Christmas in a Dumb and Dumber TV series that only ran for 13 episodes. So there you go.
All right. Well, A Matter of Time. It first aired on November 18th of 1991. Dan, what happened as a matter of fact of time around... That's
very smooth. That was the smoothest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yes.
I'll start off with video games. Notable releases in that November. Metroid 2, Return of Samus on the Game Boy. It was a rare case of US being first. Another World, also known as Out of This World, released on the Amiga. And Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the SNES. The Simpsons had just had episodes about soapbox derbies and flaming mows. Disney's Beauty and the Beast was having its premieres prior to wide release, and I thought I'd mention it this time because we're about to hit a 2-month gap in between episode debuts, so we would miss it.
Okay.
However, the number one movie at the time was Cape Fear, which is that one Martin Scorsese film with Robert De Niro in it.
Nice.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
I've always meant to watch that movie, but I never have.
It was parodied by The Simpsons. That's what I know.
Yeah. I haven't seen it either. I'll be honest.
I would go original, then the remake, and then the Simpsons.
Where's it? There's an original?
Yes.
Yeah, Scorsese's was a remake.
Yeah.
Okay. Of who?
I think Robert
original
Mitchum.
Cape Fear.
Robert Mitchum is
Robert Mitchum. Okay.
Robert Mitchum's one of the guys. I think is the guy.
Okay. Cape Fear, directed by Cape Fear.
Yes.
Gregory Peck is in it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
really
they even
good, dude.
got. I think they got like several members of the original cast to appear in the remake or something like that.
Okay.
On the 14th of November, Michael Jackson's Black or White music video wowed MTV audiences and others around the world with striking face morphing effects. They were like not very well known at the time, so it was really cool to everybody. A few days later, on the 17th, the very first network TV ad ever for condoms was run on Fox for the Trojan brand.
Whoa.
It was a 15-second spot in the middle of an episode of Herman's Head.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
It took that long, dude. That's how you know we haven't advanced very much. like people are like, oh fuck, condoms. Like
apparently the angle of the ad was mostly like, you know, the beginning of the safety angle as advertisement primarily, as opposed to contraception.
So it was not like super cheeky or anything. Was it like a normal ad? Probably like
it was just like, I want to be safe, and they showed like it was fairly vague about the stuff, but
okay.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like TV ads today are actually far tamer than they used to be in like the early 90s. Do you remember like some of like the Nintendo commercials where like some of them were incredibly like racy, where it was, I remember this one where
it depends on what you're talking about. You're talking about like the era, because like if you're talking video game ads in particular, it was like an era of gross out, extreme like sorts of things where you had people like exploding in Yoshi's Island TV commercials.
Well, the one that comes to mind for me is the one where the dad is having a talk with the son, and he's like, son, sometimes you just have money is just something you have to spend because blah, blah, blah. So how much money should I give you in order to not tell your mom about this? And it reveals him in like women's clothing. And he's like, oh, my dad's been cross-dressing secretly.
What?
I know.
Oh, wow.
Wait,
What the hell?
Vaguely rings a bell.
And this is a Nintendo console commercial. And you're like, what the hell does that have to do with Nintendo?
You reminded me of a commercial I think I saw, or like I recently saw resurface for like Tekken 3, I think. It was like this elderly couple that was just like the most abusive relationship in the world. They're just insulting each other. It's like, this is worse than your cooking, and stuff like that.
Well, also, like, one of the greatest commercials ever made is the pole position commercial. And it's just like, you look like a huge jerk.
You look like a real jerk. Well, I am a corporate executive. He keeps exciting things from happening.
So what are you doing?
Go look it up, people. It's amazing.
Oh my god, it's like cartoonishly.
We haven't even told you what actually happens.
I know. That's not
you need to watch the whole damn thing.
It's one of the most amazing commercials ever made in history. If I ever made that commercial, that and the Hotels.com commercial, I would be so proud of my career, because I would just be like,
that's an entire portfolio of work.
I know.
Oh, wait,
that's
a perfect portfolio of work.
What about what's the double mint one with the guy on the
double your pleasure.
What?
Double your pleasure.
You love that jingle.
Yeah, it's just a jingle you like.
It's the how does it go?
Statement
double
of the great
pleasure, mint. Double your fun.
It's the statement of the great mint with double mint gum. That's
nice.
That's
Compared to pole position, that sucks though.
No. Pole position is like children are dying in explosions.
No one died. No one died.
You think they would normally be dead?
Yeah, but it's a pole position commercial. Come on, they're not trying to kill their consumers, Marvin. It'll bust your crank and leave skid marks on your soul.
Well, speaking of consumers who we don't want to kill, let's talk about our sponsors, because this is they're great, and one of them we haven't talked about.
Please consume these products without dying.
Well, it's easy to go to extra.com and not die, because it's a very safe website of wallets, compact RFID blocking plate wallets that have quick card access buttons and look sleek and stylish, and there's a ton of different styles. They just came out with a new color too for their all aluminum wallet, and looks pretty neat. It's like this light purplish one. And I think that's pretty neat. And you can also get a tracker. You could attach that to your wallet. You could treat it like basically like an Apple Tag. Is that what they're called? Apple Tags? What are they?
Air tags?
Air tags. Air tag. It's essentially an air tag. And then, yeah, you can, if you ever misplaced your wallet, you can find out exactly where it is thanks to this tracker you can put on your wallet. And they've updated some of their policies to be even better. So you already knew about the $50 or more, you get free shipping, which means basically any product you buy is free shipping. And they have free returns within 100 days of receiving your order. So it's quite a long time. But they also have a 12-month warranty on all products now. So if you're like, hey, my wallet got damaged or whatever, within a year, you can get a replacement free. It's a pretty good deal. Neat. So if you want to go check out their wallets, head on over to shop.ekster.com/newbie or use offer code newbie at ekster.com, Ekster spelled EKSTER.com, and it adds an additional 25% off any order site-wide. So what that means is right now they have a summer sale going where you get 20% off. So if you get the Ekster code that we're putting in, which is newbie, NEWBIE, or you go to shop.ekster.com/newbie, it adds a potential maximum of 25% off on top of that order. So I think it stacks up to 40%. That's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good amount off of that order. So again,
get those wallets before they explode into flames.
Yeah, because it's the hottest July ever recorded. So
this will still be true if you play this next year.
That number will definitely never change.
Atlanta Falcons.
That's an evergreen statement.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. We have definitely peaked. It will definitely not get any warmer.
No, that you just broke it. What the fuck, Marvin?
What the hell, Marvin?
You said the first untrue thing.
Ekster.com, EKSTER.com, and use our offer code newbie, or shop.ekster.com/newbie. And also our old mainstay, ExpressVPN.
Hey, you look like a real jerk who raw dogs the internet.
Well, I am a corporate executive. That's true.
So what you doing?
I'm raw dogging the internet with my family.
Oh, no, you're not. You're going to play pool. Wait a minute.
You're going to go to expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek, and that gets you a really good deal on a VPN of pretty good quality. Because ExpressVPN.
Yo, you want me to participate in every ad read ever? Just model everything after pole position.
Every ad read will just be a mockery of pole position. It's a fantastic VPN. Super fast, super secure. You've heard that spiel before. So, if you want to go get ExpressVPN, head on over to expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek. And if you want to sign up for 12 months, they'll give you an extra 3 months for free. That makes that entire bundle 49% off, which is a very good deal for a VPN of that quality. And if you're not sure you want to have a VPN, maybe you like to dangerously raw dog things, you can also get your money back within 30 days if you're not satisfied. So again, that's expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek. And if you sign up for 12 months, they'll give you 3 months for free. All right. Let's do it.
Ricardo, could you please tell us what happened in this episode?
I can, and I will.
Yeah.
Please.
I just want to say really quick, this episode was written by Rick Berman because he was the one who was talking to Robin Williams, and he kind of wrote it for him. And it kind of shows because the script sucks. It's not a very good script.
Is this guy the feed guy?
It's not good.
Is the feed guy?
No, Rick Berman
No, I don't think so.
is like the producer who kind of like was Gene Roddenberry's right-hand man, especially when he was like kind of winding down, and he kind of took over the franchise really. But he's notoriously more of like a manager type than a creative type, and
that's clear from, from this, because
it is just a really poorly written script in my opinion.
It's also really clear that it's written by like, this reminds me of like a corporation of some kind where some auditor comes in and they're just super annoying and they're just getting in the way of your work all the time. And they're like, oh, don't mind me, just observing. And then they're just asking, but here's this 500 questionnaire and turn it in an hour.
Yeah. Hey, don't change the timeline, even though I'm changing the timeline. Don't change the timeline.
Yeah, that is a very frustrating aspect of this
But I do
episode.
love how Geordi was like, fly on the wall. Like, you're just annoying as fuck.
Yeah, get the fuck out
Yeah,
of
he was
my
the only
fucking
one
face.
to kind of call that like hypocrisy out.
Fucking Beverly wanted
at
to
all.
fuck him. Like she was
Yeah.
on the verge.
Yeah.
Like
she was going to. Here's the thing about that what you call corporate things is that you don't the things Sarah was talking about is that you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it.
Yeah, sure.
Basically, it boils down to this: if they say, "Oh, we're doing this survey" or whatever bullshit they want to have you do, they at my job they had us do classes.
Oh, right.
It was some bullshit, dude. I don't even want to get into it. It was stupid. But I just said, I'm not going to do it. And they're like, oh, it's mandatory. And they're going to keep attendance. And I said from the beginning, I'm going to treat this like I treat anything else. I don't do it. You know?
Just like your timesheets.
And then I didn't do it. And then guess what happened like 5 weeks after? They said, oh, it turns out they were never keeping attendance. So don't worry. You don't even have to do that. And everyone was like, what? We wasted hours out of our day, push work to the end of the day. And like, I'm like, I didn't because I don't give a fuck. If you're not paying me to do the class.
Wait, it was not paid time to do the class?
Okay, so you could do it during the day, but some people would be like, well, I'm going to do the class and then push this work and then do this work later.
Oh, so
but
then you just fucking up your own work. Yeah. Like,
well, my thing is like, no, I'm going to do my work. And then if I have time at the end of the day, I'll do it. And that may go into really, really crazy overtime to do that class. You know?
Remember how you didn't do your timesheets for like 3 months and then ended up being fine?
Yeah, dude. People, at the place Marvin and I worked at, they were like,
that's actually insane.
Yeah, they're like,
what are they going to do? Not pay you? Like they still have to pay you. It's legal to not pay you just because you didn't do your timesheets.
Yeah, they were like, here's the logic, and some people may go, well, didn't you want to get paid? Yeah, they have to pay you. Yeah. Here's the thing: is that they made the timesheet so tedious.
It was very granular, the place where we did timesheets. Like it was in increments of 15 minutes.
Yes.
So.
That's ridiculous.
So at one point, if you were behind a week, let's say you were behind a week on timesheets.
Yeah.
It was going to take you about 45 minutes to catch up for that week.
Oh yeah. You had to go through all your fucking emails and figure out what you did when. And it's just like, we were juggling so many tasks at once that you just don't have time.
It was like digital forensics, like how they just indicted Trump. That's the type of like forensic you had to do to figure out your timesheets. And so by the time you were 2 weeks behind because you were busy at work, actually working, you were too fucked to go back. Like that's OT time. You know what I mean? Like literally, I'm not going to do it during work because I'm busy, so I could do it in off hours. But then I'm going to charge you the OT for it. But also, I don't want to do it in OT because I'm done with work. You know?
Yeah.
So I was always at any given point, I was like 2 to 3 weeks behind. And so what I would do is I would just email HR the hours I had done in OT. So I'd be like, hey, for the last week, I did like 5-10 hours, whatever. I would keep track of that, like how many OT hours I did. And then they would be like, okay, and we'll figure the timesheets later. And it's like, yeah, just pay me my regular time plus these OT hours that I'm emailing you about. And then when I quit, I was more than 4 weeks behind. I want to say I was like a good a month and a half behind. So it was like 6 weeks behind. And they're like, hey, just don't forget to really get those timesheets done before your last day. And I was like, sure. Yeah. And that whole month, I didn't work any OT.
Yeah.
So what I did is I didn't do them and I still got fucking paid, which just serves the like, it just don't... Fuck your boss, dude.
Don't take the 500 question survey.
No, don't. No matter what.
You don't need to.
You don't need to, first of all. And if they really want to know your opinion, they should pay you for your opinion. Boom. And that's what they should have done with this guy. They should have interrogated this guy and been like, this guy's a bitch ass fool. Here's the thing.
I mean, to be fair, this guy wasn't actually presented as like a boss or a supervisor or any authority figure of any kind.
But he was trying to like assert his authority.
But he was acting like it.
It was really annoying.
He was.
Yeah.
He
Like,
was
He was being a very obnoxious fucker, but I didn't necessarily get supervisory vibes from him.
Yeah.
But he was very imposing. Like he was like, "Oh, have this done by 9 tomorrow," and you're like, "Fuck you."
But he wasn't. But he wasn't pulling rank like or else.
Yeah.
He was just hey, have this.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. This guy's a shitty time traveler, dude.
Yeah.
Because I would have Biff Tannen the shit out of this thing. Like, just find out like who's going to win the ponies or the lottery numbers, and then just do that. Like, just keep doing that. He only needed subtly.
One thing. That's the thing. He got super greedy. If he just stole the one thing, like you're saying, a replicator, or even if it was
not even stealing a replicator, just use a replicator while you're there to get any number of trinkets that you would have stolen without detection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just replicate the stun gun. Replicate anything you want.
Or hey, don't
replicate
even go
a replicator.
Back. Don't even go through time. That a super advanced spaceship you have is now available in the 22nd century. That alone puts you at a massive advantage without having to travel to the 24th century to grab more shit.
And did you really need to get onto like the flagship Federation starship to steal your tiny little ass trinkets?
To be fair, he probably read from the original time traveler.
Right.
He probably read like, oh, this was like the most inept crew. It was a flagship, but they kept like all the horrible things that happened. And he's like, this was
the leakiest security ship in the entire Federation.
This thing leaks like a sieve, dude. And no one's gonna report me. He's like, I can endanger their whole lives, and no one will report me.
Yeah, they'll make me like, for me. Those guys violated the Prime Directive again.
He's like, look, I'm a tall.
Oh man, with Picard.
Yeah.
He probably read that. Like these dudes are repeat offenders of violating the Prime Directive, and he's like, done. They'll do me a solid.
I wonder if the guy I wonder if the guy he attacked or whatever, did he kill him?
He killed him. Yeah, he fucking killed him.
Oh yeah.
He's a murderer.
Maybe he sexually abused him as well.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
If he had,
we don't know that. This guy's a pervert, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe he had
this guy was trying to fuck with everybody.
Or something of places places and times.
I think that's very plausible. Yeah.
This guy tried to fuck Beverly, and he tried to fuck. Oh God, what's his name?
Deanna.
Back problems.
Worf.
Well, Deanna too.
Riker.
He
tried to fuck everyone. He was trying to fuck Data. He's trying to fuck everybody, dude.
He's trying to take back a sex robot, dude. Anyway, here's my other big problem with this episode. And any episode, and that's why probably the Traveler chose the Enterprise, which is their solution. I want to say 8 times out of 10. I'm just throwing a wild number, but I'm probably very close. Their solution 8 times out of 10 is to shoot a planet with people on it. To solve the problem all the time. Yep. They're like question like.
Oh my god, you're not even wrong.
The core slowed down. He's like, hear me out. We throw lasers at the planet. Okay.
Yeah, but throw lasers at it.
Yeah. And then it'll bounce back. It'll bounce back at us. Have you seen Apollo 13? You know how they bounce back from the moon? The lasers will bounce back, hit us, and we will deflect it. We
got all sorts of lasers. These are healing lasers. These ones make holes.
He's like, have you played basketball? Alley-oop. He's and he's like, and that's how we do it. And then someone goes, oh, that makes sense. Let's do that.
So all the laser and bullshit. That's one of the also fundamental technical problems with this episode is that they focus way too much on the technical aspect of healing this planet, which is not important, and they don't discuss the time travel part of it at all. He's just
That's so important.
And it's like the most like you can't. Okay, the moment he enters their timeline, right, and goes, "I'm a historian." Why isn't anyone asking, "Aren't you changing history right now?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also,
that really should be question 1.
Also, Picard should have said it immediately. Well, here's the thing, dude. We've been tricked by crystals, and we've been tricked by children, and the children almost killed us. There was a terrorist attack by a child. Anyway, we've been tricked too many times by children.
Other time travelers have put the Enterprise at risk before.
Yeah. There was a pedophile traveler that tried to take my son. Picard should have said.
Time traveling version of Picard almost blew up the whole ship before.
Yeah.
So like
he's like, so I need to see some documentation.
And the thing is,
some credentials of some kind, please.
No, that's the crazy part. He says, well, he showed us credentials, so he seems what credentials? When he then go, that's legit. He's from
a completely all of your names.
It's like it doesn't make any sense. He's from a different time period. Why would you just say, yeah, these look legit? That's so fucking stupid. Why is
look
Picard
at his strange hair and manner of dress? He must be from the future.
Why is Picard such a dumbass this episode? I don't understand. Like, he's just so willing to accept this guy.
Because it was the right thing to do.
Yeah. Here's the thing about this episode as well, and Picard and the crew and the show, is that they should have like nuclear launch codes, right? In case, like, say a fight breaks out with the Romulans or the Kardashians or whatever, dude, right? Mm-hmm. Like the Kardashians like have too much surgery and they're like, oh, we gotta attack them, and so
that's why we have to.
yeah, they're shapeshifters.
We must.
We have to kill them now.
Yeah,
before it's too late.
Yeah, there's a shortage on silicone and lip fillers.
Yeah.
And they've taken all of it.
Oh my God.
And so, God damn it, I'm gonna get fucking hate mail from the Kardashian fans. Which
fine.
a lot of the time, Kardashian fans also Star Trek.
Yeah. Definitely a huge overlap.
That Venn diagram is just a circle.
Yeah. So to be honest, that's my guilty pleasure show. Sometimes I get really high and I watch.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, my opinion of you just went down.
When you're that high, can you keep up?
No, I can't. I'm like, who's who? They all look the same.
They're all Kardashians.
They're all Kardashians.
Oh, I can't keep up with all of these.
But also the logic of that is the same as this. I'm like, but wait a minute, isn't the Kardashian dad die? How did he time travel and then fuck Christian in the future? Like, I don't understand what's happening, dude.
You know, like in a reality show, you're like, is there time travel involved?
Yeah.
I know nothing about this family, actually. And so hearing questions like that, it's hilarious to me how it just sounds like a TV show. Did he die?
I think so, but how are the two young ones Kardashians? How are they Kardashians?
How they bring back?
They're not. So these two ladies are like, we agree to be in a show called The Kardashians, even though they're not. Their names are not the Kardashians.
No, they're not. Yeah.
I mean, really, only two of them are Kardashians because the mom is not a Kardashian anymore because she married her man and then she divorced him. So now she's not a Kardashian. Yeah.
She's not. No, yeah, she's not. Yeah.
So, all right, back to Star Trek Kardashians.
Back to the important.
So say hypothetically that they go to war with the Kardashians, right? Because they can't figure out who's who.
Right.
And they have to have a code from Starfleet that says, like, execute order 69, you know, like in Star Wars. Right?
Yes.
They have to have a code.
Execute order 69.
Yeah. And then they start killing all the kids. And so they have to have a thing like that. And why doesn't Picard go, hey, what's the order, dude? What's the order number? Like a code, you know, wink, wink. If you're from the future, you should know. You know, like just a
that's the fail-safe word. Yeah.
What's a fail-safe? What's
like
my
the
safe
thing
word?
Houdini asked his wife. Yeah, he told his wife that this would be the thing I'm gonna say to you if I come back.
Just like when you're having rough sex, like Picard just said, "What's my safe word?"
Banana stand.
He's like, "Oh, Earl Grey. You're right." That was not a Picard fucking accent. It's weird.
That was more like a go see the end of days accent.
Yeah, that was Arnold's.
Go see Earl Grey. The end of Grey's. The end of Grey's Anatomy. All right, so the fact that he doesn't have a code or like some sort of thing, like, and Picard should have been like, okay, so if you're really the guy you say you are, then what do we do here? Seriously. because then you would know.
He's one of the most annoying types of people. I don't know if you've ever been around someone like this who are just like, I know, but I can't tell you.
Yeah, I hate that, dude. I want to kill those type of people.
I cannot stand that. Yeah. Like, oh, don't ask me because I can't tell you. And you're like, shut the fuck up. They were getting so annoyed. Like Riker in the bar was just like, is something important about to happen? And he's like, oh, that's interesting that you say that, or that's an interesting date. And it's like, if you're not going to tell us what's going on, then shut the fuck up.
Here's the thing: is that he wanted to fuck Riker, dude, and he was trying to like masturbate him. So here's the thing: is that I hate to say this, dude, but goddamn Picard's too stupid, dude. Like he's too trusting. He's too trusting. I
feel like Picard's acting out of character in this episode.
Yeah, he's like, wildly out of character to me.
Even the way he was acting, like Patrick Stewart was acting, was strange.
Like between this and how he handled the calzone situation or the raviolis, I feel like this is just a side of Picard we get sometimes. Sometimes he puts on the dummy stupid ass, naive idiot Picard.
I have a question.
Yeah,
it has to do with race.
Okay,
how come? Hear me out.
Okay, Ricardo.
How come it's racist to do blackface, right?
Yeah.
I can't pull my eyes back and do like Asian eyes, right?
Right.
No.
It's racist. Highly racist.
It's racist, yeah.
Yeah. But if we're talking about Italians, we still do it's a Mario, you know? It's totally okay to shoot on the Italians, dude.
Well,
why is it?
There is an explanation, because there is not a history of Italians being subjugated by the peoples who make those stereotypes, whereas there is a history of, American history where Black people and Asian people were made fun of using those stereotypes.
I guess
that's why it's all about the historical.
So it's
context.
free game if you weren't oppressed.
I mean, kind of. That's kind of the way. It's so the example I like.
I guess the Canadians, we always making fun of them. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. So, like, the one example I really
Sarah
like.
Knows.
Yeah, I sure do.
Is that like if you watch like Bollywood films that depict America, they're like wildly stereotypical. It's like nuns barbecuing in the streets while waving American flags and stuff. Yeah. And it's like fun, and you realize. Sunday. Yeah, but imagine like doing it the other way to the Indians in an American movie, right?
Well, we did. We have all the time. We do all the time.
It's called Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah.
So, but
it's called Short Circuit.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I mean. It's like there is a history of it's icky that way because it was created by a culture that at one point was involved in the oppression of that people. Whereas the other way, it's like Indians didn't oppress Britain. That's not what happened, So, that's kind of why in the big wide scope explanation of that. That being said,
generally speaking, that's the difference.
Yeah. That being said, it is just a cheap laugh and probably not worth doing that often.
Yeah, it's still funny though.
Everyone loves Mario as he is.
Yeah, dude. Don't change him back.
Including Italy. Italy loves Mario the way he is.
Don't go and like make a Mario white, dude. You know? Oh my god, dude.
Wait, what color is Mario? He is white, right? I actually don't know anymore. Now I'm questioning myself.
He's just
hashtag not my Mario.
He is
Disney
a high
coming over here and making fucking Mario white.
He's a high Japanese person's interpretation of an Italian plumber. That's what Mario is.
And Luigi, of course.
Luigi,
they're brothers, dude.
Yeah,
he has to be. Okay, so hear me out now.
Wow, that was quite
a weird side tangent.
We just
yeah. Anyway, so I can still do the fingers when I order pizza and spaghetti.
Yeah.
That should be fine.
All right.
Yeah,
that's how you get the discount.
That's the sauce.
Yeah.
This means extra sauce.
Yeah.
Does it?
Wait, really?
No, I know.
God damn it, Marvin.
But here's the thing though, is that like if you're watching Formula One and you mute it, you can still guess which are they telling drivers.
Oh my god.
All right. So in the spirit of Mario, so this guy's a flim flammer. He comes over here.
Flim flammer.
Here's the thing: is
Picard's favorite term.
Here's the thing about the future and the timeline, and this guy being a bullshit fucking artist, is that would have been the proof they needed to figure it out. Like, hey, so this thing you're gonna do is not gonna work out, and like it's gonna backfire, and then you're gonna have to shoot lasers. And it's gonna sound crazy, but it works. But that's how you'll know that I'm really a time traveler. But no.
Well, he had a good rock solid way to prevent that from happening, though.
By trying to seduce Beverly.
That he keeps saying, I can't interfere. Even though he's super interfering, his big safety net to say I can't tell you what happens is because
to me that should have been clue number 1. Like him showing up in general is interfering.
Yeah, because like I imagine some sort of time travel, like imagine
and announcing that you're a time traveler.
Yeah, like imagine naturists now, like when they watch like natural wildlife, they don't fucking go up to the leopard and go, "Hi, I'm a leopard."
Wow, it's so fascinating to meet a leopard up close.
Yeah. They do their best to not interfere. That's the point.
Yeah, like wouldn't he be like, undercover or
he'd
spying or at least trying to blend in?
Yeah, or at least like exactly like what Riker did when he
would look like a Kardashian.
Yeah, when he put all
he's got to put on the
it's that behavior that makes me so curious about what he knew going in, because he keeps on acting like he does know what's going to happen, but in so doing he still like insists on interacting with the past, in a very reckless manner with seeming full confidence that he still knows what's going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
Really? I got the impression that he didn't know.
Well, he doesn't know, Sarah. What are you talking about? He doesn't know.
Yeah,
like
actually, it's unclear. It's unclear whether he really knows or not. My suspicion.
That's my thing.
It's like he knew some things. Like he knew. I mean, he knew who they were generally.
Yeah.
He had saw pictures, which I think he stole some kind of data from the guy that he killed. Obviously, he maybe read his notes or something.
Maybe this was the guy's next destination, and he just read his because launch notes.
The ship was on a timer. Remember?
Yeah. Well, he learned how to reprogram that. Yeah. So that's why.
Did he?
I think
really?
He set that timer.
Yeah. He learned how to reprogram it, but it was on a timer,
is really
for whatever reason.
Because why put it on a timer?
Yeah, dude. Like a fucking like a hot pocket.
The technical storytelling of this
episode
is
just
so
to trap him in the present. It's
which is a terrible ending. I hate that ending.
If they don't bring this guy up
Welcome to the 24th century, motherfucker.
I know.
If they don't bring this up again, dude, I'm be very upset. Dude.
Guitar solo.
If they don't bring up like the fact, like, dude, who the fuck is working on time travel? Like who in the what's it called? The
Star Trek universe.
Starfleet. Who in Starfleet is working on fucking time travel?
Technically, like they've already done it a few times, so it's
Spock
not
does
even.
It, remember?
Yeah. So it's not
Spock does it all the way to the past.
Yeah, back to fucking 1984 or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a question for everybody, or maybe just for. I guess Marvin is the best bet at knowing the answer to this question. But was Khan so bad that he's comparable to Hitler?
I wouldn't say so. He was more of like a terrorist. So
like Bin Laden?
I think not even as much as that. I think he basically led an uprising.
Like George W. Bush?
I think it would be more similar to maybe like a resistance fighter leader from like the IRA, maybe. Where like historically it's at least for people outside of Ireland and England, it'd be like who I don't know who that is.
Like Brad Pitt in that movie when he played Irish.
Picard like name dropped him in the same sentence as Hitler, though.
Yeah, which I think is just like just a name drop. I think it's just to be like
it's a pretty bold.
Do you think we have a lot of listeners in Ireland?
Oh yeah, we do. Remember, there was someone who literally messaged us from Ireland, and I mispronounced his greeting.
I don't remember that.
No.
Never asked Ricardo. Remember?
I barely remember we had lunch together like 2 days ago. 3 days ago?
Oh yeah, we had meats, lots of Korean meats.
You know what? We should have stayed there longer. We should have stayed there longer. Because I got hungry. As soon as I drove off, I got hungry again. And I was like, God damn.
No.
We should have just let it settle.
Why didn't you fucking interrupt me when I said, I think we're good? You should have been bitch, we're not good.
Because because we needed to sit there a little longer.
Yeah, we just needed 5 minutes to catch
our breath. We just needed.
We didn't do it the traditional Korean way where we order a bunch of drinks and then we drink for a while and then we keep ordering food.
We should have done that. Next time we'll do it on Saturday. That way, if we day drink, it's fine. It's Sunday the next day.
And they have even then, I think they had an hour and a half time limit there.
We weren't there for an hour and a half, dude.
I know. We were there for maybe like an hour. So yeah, maybe 30 minutes, but
Yeah.
Star Trek.
You think they have Korean barbecues in Star Trek?
Yeah, they just
do they have a time limit?
They just keep replicating more raw meat.
Maybe they don't have a time limit.
Replicate as many pieces of carbia you can in 90 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So Beverly was definitely going to fuck this guy if given the time to develop.
If he was there long enough, he could have convinced her to fuck him.
He would have wore her down, if you know what I mean. And which
is surprising because he was so slimy. So I don't know why Beverly
it's gross to see Beverly say I am feeling influenced right now, and it's like, ew.
She's like, I'm compromised.
It's like any new dick she's into. This is the third time she's been into someone new. One was the alien who was in the onesie. Second was the
alien
symbiote guy. Yeah, there was the guy who had the moose knuckle, remember? And he was like, I'm Jesus. Don't please give me asylum. I'm the Jesus of my planet. And she was super into him.
Oh, yeah,
and she was into symbiote guy, the guy who had to
Venom?
put the not
Venom, but Worm Man.
The guy that had the
worm in his belly.
The host. The host one.
The guy with the universes in Orion's belt guy.
Yeah. Sure. And then now anytime a new man shows up, Beverly is like,
well, okay. Anytime a new man appears with interest in her.
Yes, she'll.
To be fair, she's just trying to get Picard jealous.
That's actually the long plan.
Look, I haven't seen Picard, and nobody spoil it for me. But if they don't fucking Picard, dude, I'm gonna be very upset.
well, it's also but when she was doing it with the worm guy, the symbiote guy, Picard was like, "Well, that's happening," and she was not even concerned about Picard at all.
I can't remember. Did she fuck Riker?
Yeah, she fucked Riker. Yeah, she fucked Riker. Yeah,
but that was under the
still
not really.
It's
Riker's worm guy.
It's Riker's dick though, dude.
He has that memory though. I think he has the memory.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I fucked her.
And it was still his
He's like,
body,
it counts.
Right?
He's like, it counts. And he does that sniff.
God, that's still slimy to me when I think about it. I get really disgusted.
Does that dude that's a pirate come back? Don Carnage? What's his name? The one that fucked Terry Hatcher?
It's a spoiler, but unfortunately, the outrageous Okana does not come back.
Oh, I hate you, dude.
I really like that character. I wish he did. I wish Billy Mitchell, is that his name?
Billy Zane, I think.
Billy Mitchell.
What? The Rocketeer.
Yeah, the Rocketeer guy. I wish he did come back. I like that actor a lot.
Alan Arkin died.
What?
The outrageous Okana showed up out of nowhere to finally beat my high score.
Alan Arkin?
Arkin, that's right. Yeah, that's what I said.
What?
Alan Arkin died.
An orca died?
That too. Well, no, they're attacking people in the sea.
Yeah,
they know something we don't, dude. They probably know about the aliens. So all in all, look, we're just making fun of this episode, and I feel bad. But this is a weak episode.
It's pretty weak.
I'm just gonna give up and say it's bullshit how they catch him. They're like, oh, and the phaser doesn't work because we disabled it before
they all connected to Wi-Fi the moment the door.
Yeah. Also, no one says Data's a fucking idiot, dude. I'm gonna say it in this episode because he couldn't come out and go, hey, arrest this guy. This guy's a fucking liar. Let me run in there and disable the fucking timer, or at least get in there, time travel with the machine, and then bring it back and use the technology. No one's fucking talking about that. They had a time machine and they just let it fucking disappear like idiots.
Yes. There's a lot of things wrong with that scene. One, Data is already demonstrated to be faster than the eye can see. So he could have just snatched that thing out of his hands like Terminator 2, where he took the shotgun away. That could have been Data. And 2,
you could have pantsed him and then taken it away just to humiliate him.
The dude just left all of it out on a desk.
Yeah.
In the fucking ship.
Like just on the dashboard. On the dashboard. They could see it through the window, dude.
3, they just let that shit go back to the 22nd century with all of their germs and all of their fucking shit that'll contaminate.
Yeah, the tech still made it back. Some other dude is going to use it.
Some asshole is going to find that fucking ship. You know what they needed to do? This is what we should have done.
Blow it up.
We're gonna send your ass back with nothing. But the moment you get back, you got 5 seconds to evacuate the ship, and it's gonna explode. Like we put a charge in there.
And you're naked.
And we're taking all your clothes away.
Yeah. That way when you come out, you
and your motorcycle.
immediately become a sex offender when you come out of that. Like,
oh my god! You know, like we
altered historical records to make you a sex offender in the past.
It causes a butterfly effect. Picard is now has an eye patch.
Yeah.
We skipped over something that I'm really frustrated about, which is why the crew lets other people, strangers, talk shit about Worf. Like they just like, do none of his friends stick up for him?
True.
And like they're just like, oh, he's so like when he at the bar. What did he call him? He called him
he's primitive.
A primitive. And I'm just like, how did Riker not like throw a drink in his face or smash a glass
should have been like, hey, this guy is the first Klingon to
clock
ever
him right then and there.
Like, I would have punched him in the face. I would have been like, the fuck? Who are you?
I just would have said like, dude, is racism still a thing over there in the future? Because it's not here apparently, but in the future it's back. It's back. It's like a fucking hipster fucking thing to do, to be racist.
The moment Beverly invited him over, like Riker should be like, what the fuck? Why'd you invite this bitch over? We don't want to talk to this bitch.
It's another example of how
right then and there.
It's another example of how this show just like always paints Worf as stupid, primitive. I mean, it's racist, of course.
Oh my god, dude!
It's based in,
you love Worf, dude.
Well, I think
in this moment, I'm Team Worf. I'm like, damn, what the fuck?
Well, the show treats Worf like just shit when he's also, like,
Worf was one of the only people who were skeptical of him.
Yeah, he was right the whole time.
To be fair, he's skeptical of everybody, though.
I know, but he's usually right to be skeptical.
Which he's right.
He's been through so much shit on this ship. He should be skeptical of every fucking thing that's slightly out of order.
Here's the thing:
at the same time, he should be way more secure than he currently is.
Yeah.
Well, they won't let him. He tries to, and Picard fucking overrides him and tells him, "No, let him go." And you're like, I want to kill him.
Data could solve 90% of the problems. Day-to-day stuff, and they fucked up. Here, I'm gonna give it a fucking 3, dude.
Yeah, this is the worst episode I've seen in a while. It's not a coincidence. That's by I didn't realize it was by Rick Berman, but I think that's not a coincidence because it's just
who's in charge of Star Trek now.
It's unclear. Who is the guy who directed The Mummy? What's that guy's name? I forgot his name.
Alex Kurtzman?
Yeah, Alex Kurtzman was sort of given the reins with Discovery, but he sort of kind of been like, they were like, stop doing it. And then they kind of kicked him off. So he had a hand in Discovery and Picard. But I think various different people have taken over the shows at different points.
No, but who's in charge of saying yes, they should do that, or no?
I think it's just CBS in general. I don't think they have a Kevin Feige.
No, but I mean, there's nobody from the Gene Roddenberry Foundation owns the rights.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like after Roddenberry passed away, it's not like it passed on to a son or anything. Like there wasn't like a rules of Ascension
LucasArts equivalent for Trek. I don't think.
Yeah, so I think it just ended up running into the hands of Rick Berman. CBS put him in charge there, and then just kind of went on from there. It sort of died, Rick Berman's shepherding over the series with Enterprise. And then after that, CBS just restarted it with Alex Kurtzman, who worked on Discovery and Picard, and then eventually I think was taken off from actively working on it. So yeah, it's not like very coherent because they're kind of like very reactive and have had kind of bad ideas to start with for a lot of them.
And it would not have been better with Robin Williams. I'm sorry.
No,
he was right. Maybe a time traveler.
Sarah, have you not seen Mrs. Doubtfire, dude?
Maybe a time traveler visited Robin Williams and was like, "Don't do this episode."
Have you not seen Mork and Mindy?
Okay, here's a thought experiment. Imagine if Mrs. Doubtfire had starred Matt Frewer.
Yeah, dude. It wouldn't have been the same. Would have sucked. Would have sucked.
I think it could be okay.
It would have sucked, Marvin.
I think it'd be fine.
Stop protecting this fucker, dude.
I mean, Mrs. Doubtfire has a fun script.
You think Pierce Brosnan would have carried the whole fucking movie, dude?
He could. He's a beautiful man. He is
a beautiful man, dude.
But yeah, it's.
Did he do Bond after that or before that?
Oh, I don't know. I imagine it's before. Bond, I think, was like 1991 or something. No, it wasn't GoldenEye like fucking. When did GoldenEye come out? GoldenEye came out in 1995. Okay, and then Ms. Doubtfire, 1993. Oh, he did this before. Okay, all right. He did Bond after.
That makes sense.
Okay, all right. That would have been great if he did it, Mrs. Doubtfire, in between Bond movies. That would have been fantastic. But yeah, I give this, I don't know, like a 2, 3. There's nothing redeemable about the episode. Like the performances are all over the place. Like in one moment, Picard's kind of like disgusted, but in another moment, we skipped over the part where he's fucking trying to convince him to tell him the future.
It's not worth it, dude.
And he's just like, but it's just
that was not a good scene.
It took up so much time of the episode for him to just be like, you should just do it. Just tell me it was good. And it's just like, shut up. Like
I break my one unbreakable rule all the time. Why can't you?
Yeah, I don't break my rule, which is I don't shit in public. But anyway, Pierce Brosnan starred in a movie with Patrick Stewart.
Oh, what was it?
In 1993 called Detonator, aka Death Train.
Okay, cool. Okay. That sounds like a romp. But yeah, I give it like a 3. I gotta give it a 2. I don't. There's nothing about it that's really redeemable. Like all the characters suck. All the characters act like shit, and the technical storytelling is terrible. There's no real theme to it other than this guy's like a flim flam artist. That's it. There's nothing. This is a waste of an episode. Like it's just a waste of time. There's nothing fun about it. It's just annoying. Like I know, like
it's just irritation throughout.
Yeah,
and I don't
the corporate
like that.
Tapping into the corporate annoying.
Yeah,
aspect of it was a good way to make me be like,
you have a problem, Sarah.
I have a problem with corporations.
Yeah, you got to get another job, dude.
Damn it!
Oh, damn it! What's your score, Sarah? What do you think?
I'd say 3 as well with Ricardo. Yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't that great. I don't think it would have been better with Robin Williams. He really dodged a bullet with that one.
Oh my god, you don't know that, dude.
I feel like it would have been a dark spot on his career.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it only would have been better because he would have improv'd better lines.
Yeah, and it would have, and like, yes, the performance would obviously be better, but in service of what? Like the lines are already shit. There's only so much you can do, even as a great actor, to improve bad lines.
And it just felt weird. Like it felt like Patrick Stewart too was just like acting kind of strange.
He was definitely just phoning it in. Like
it didn't seem like a normal. I don't know. It seemed off.
Yeah,
it was strange. So for that, 3 stars.
Yeah.
I just realized something that would actually be somewhat problematic about Robin Williams in the role. So much of his humor relies on like quickly referencing like a pop culture thing.
He couldn't improv like that way at all.
Yeah. Like his improv relies on that, and he couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man, that would have. He could have worked for that weird episode where Data was trying to learn stand-up.
Yeah, if he wanted to like work on being a comedian, sure.
Yeah, that would have been great, but not in this. In this, he would have just have to have been like a stoic character. Or not stoic, but like, I don't know, closer to Hook, I guess, the way he acts in Hook, where he's just like, I'm a guy, I'm doing stuff. You know, he can't really like riff like the way the genie would or something, you know.
Wait for the good pitches. I'll give it a 4 for Garnish. But did everyone catch that? Did everyone catch that Darmok reference?
Oh yeah, it was kind of a Darmok reference. Yeah. When he says Data
in service of fucking nothing, but it's
I know. I don't know why. Like Data at Panthera 4. It's like okay.
Yeah, but what did Data fucking do? What's so important about Panthera 4? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. He didn't.
Data didn't do anything in particular.
Yeah, it was really Geordi, really. Who ended up doing it.
So fuck off with that, Matt Frewer.
Yeah, this is the worst episode we've seen in a while, I think.
I feel a little bad. Like I was coming in here ready to give it like a maybe even as much as a 6, but it's like no. The more I thought about it while you guys are talking, it's like no, everything about this wasn't good.
It's just not apart. It's just not interesting at all. It's just really annoying.
Well, yeah, the more I thought about like how I never stopped being irritated throughout the episode, it's like, oh wait, yeah, like that never went away.
Yeah. All right,
I'm angry actually.
We've shit on this thing enough. That was a matter of time, everybody, and thanks for listening or watching to Newbie Star Trek. If you been liking what you've been listening or watching, give us a review or a rating or a comment wherever you are. You could be on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, anywhere. Just you can do it. You don't have to do it. You do you. You do whatever you want. And also, if you guys ever want to email us, you can always email us at contact@newbiestartrek.com. That's contact@newbiestartrek.com. So this week's email comes from someone named Kale. And I need to send you guys this really quick, short video link, which is part of it. And for Sarah,
oh my God,
by email. It's very short. I haven't seen it because I wanted to respond to it too. But I think it's quite fun. So it's someone named Kale who says, TNG cheesy VHS commercial. So, hi, Marvin, Dan, Ricardo, and Sarah. I'm a longtime listener of your podcast, and I wanted to forward this amazing commercial from the 90s to you. These casual Star Trek fans in this commercial are clearly actors, and where the hell are they supposed to be? At a VHS convention? The best line comes down. The best line comes down to the guy saying, "Captain Picard is my man." Keep up the amazing show. Thanks to you. I'll never raw dog the internet again. Cheers, Kale. Okay, so do you guys have the video queued up?
I already watched it. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I'm going to. Okay, so I'm gonna start at the beginning. So if you guys want to cue it up, 1, 2, 3, play.
Biggest thing to happen to sci-fi ever. I love the characters. I love the aliens.
I love the aliens.
Captain Picard is my man.
What if I told you Star Trek The Next Generation is now available on video, and you could own your first 2-hour episode for just $4.95?
I'll take it.
Star Trek The Next Generation on video cassette for just $4.95? Wow.
Just $4.95? I love this show.
Now you can own Star Trek The Next Generation
like
on video cassette. Beginning with the 2-hour series premiere Encounter at Farpoint.
This is the worst one to start with.
It's so cool.
Well, you need to.
Call now and begin collecting your favorite.
Man, that lady looks like Jill from Home Improvement.
My favorite, Haven. Data lore.
Heart of Glory.
Wait, I'm more shocked. $4.95.
That is really cheap, actually.
Just $4.95.
Remember, this was $91.
Call now to start your collection. Get your first Star Trek The Next Generation video cassette for just
$4.95. That's an hour long. It's basically a 2-hour movie.
Yeah, but of a TV show though.
Yeah, that's I guess so. Yeah.
I don't think it was all that. That's like a reasonable price, not something cheap.
I guess I'm fucked up by how much those types of things cost now. I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
These are all actors. They've never watched Star Trek a day in their life.
I love Data.
Picard is my man.
No, my man.
My man.
That was good.
That was an amazing video. Thank you for sending that to us.
That was a
Kale.
good performance. Thank you.
I quickly found it because we were talking about commercials already, so I thought it would tie in. So yeah, thank you for sending that email over, Kale. That was fun to watch and to watch for the first time. I'd never seen it before. Thanks for listening and watching, everybody. If you guys want to check out some other stuff we do, you can head on over to fugitiveframes.com. We got links to all the shit that we do out there. It's all over there. It's all out there for you to
and if you happen to be a fan out there who actually subscribed to this like subscription of VHS Next Generation tapes, let us know like how far it went.
Yeah,
or
did
how far you got.
they actually deliver on the whole series?
Like what was it like? Was it cool?
Did it change your perspective on Picard being your man?
Yeah.
All right, next week, New Ground is what we'll watch. I won't say anything about it, but I'll have a lot to say about it once we talk about it.
Okay.
Wow.
Sounds good.
At least you didn't say I hate this episode. It's my favorite episode.
Thank God.
I'm trying to not do that anymore. because we're trying to keep it pure. We have to keep the podcast pure.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. We're trying to deliver a superior product, Marvin.
Oh no, we're getting too close. Okay, goodbye, everybody. Stay safe. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Stay safe.
Keep them dry.
Keep them dry?
The dreams.
You look like a real jerk.
Hey! Yes? You look like a real jerk. Well, I am a corporate executive.
He stops exciting things from happening.
So what you doing? Well, Muffy, Buffy, Biff Jr. and I are going on our Sunday drive. Oh, no, you ain't. You're gonna play pole position! It'll bust your crank and leave skid marks on your soul.